All right, what's going on, y'all? We're back. I wish I could say it was under a happier set of circumstances, but unfortunately, that's not the case. And it's actually true on at least a few different fronts. As of course we all know, yesterday it was announced of the passing of Steelers Hall of Fame running back Franco Harris, man responsible for the iconic Immaculate Reception against the then Oakland Raiders. And I gotta say, it was kind of wild. There's actually a really wild story that I shared with a coworker yesterday. And it's funny because I actually wound up waking up to this news. And it was actually as my alarm was going off to get ready to get up for work and everything. And the next thing I know, I'm hearing that Franco Harris passed away, and all of a sudden my eyes popped open, like real wide, just from the shock. Because I mean, who saw that one coming? But condolences to his family and everything. Of course, that's not necessarily what this video is about, as you could obviously tell. Again, also set of sad circumstances, and I'll get into that here just in a moment. But just going back to Franco Harris, it was real wild because going throughout the morning, I wound up hearing it. I actually was hearing about it on Good Morning Football, and of course they talked about it on ESPN's First Take. And it was real interesting because it was their Wednesday episode, and that now is traditionally Mad Dog Wednesday, Chris Mad Dog Russo, in other words, of Mad Dog Sports on Sirius XM. Leave it to Stephen A. Smith for that promo, but anyway. Yeah, it was just funny, and I'm pointing that out simply because of the fact that he actually interviewed Franco literally that day before, which is just wild in and of itself. But I'm gonna try to do another separate video on that with my thoughts on that, and I might actually make it something of a review of a football life of Franco Harris, and probably have some thoughts on that at that time. But yeah, just 2.5 minutes in, I think it's fair that I actually get to the point now. Again, condolences go out to the family of former Broncos running back, Super Bowl champion running back Ronnie Hillman. Obviously, I'm wearing his jersey right now. Interestingly enough, I actually picked this jersey up, you know, at somewhere along the time of the Super Bowl, um, when the Broncos won Super Bowl 50. And I don't remember if it was before or after. It was somewhere along that time. But I have this. I have the orange version as well. And it was really just because of the fact that, in all honesty, I thought that he actually was pretty hot in that particular point in time that year, and I believe that was 2015. And he was looking pretty good. He was also playing alongside fellow running back C.J. Anderson, who wound up basically taking over the position from real late in the season. I want to say roughly about playoff time. Actually, no. That started back. I can't remember what week it was, but it was a Sunday night game against New England where he got the go home or the put away touchdown in overtime, um, in the snow, mind you, which there's an awful lot of it on the ground right now. But yeah, it's just kind of wild because yeah, that's the reasoning behind me having this jersey. Not that I mean to ramble about that so much, but I also have the statement here from the family on his Instagram account, where it reads, "It is with heavy hearts that we announce the passing of our beloved son, brother, and father, Ronnie K. Hillman Jr. Ronnie quietly and peacefully transitioned today in the company of his family and close friends. We, as a family, appreciate the prayers and kind words that have already been expressed. We ask that you give us time to process our feelings as we prepare to lay our precious RJ to rest. more information will be forthcoming. With love, the family. Well, I mean, there's only so much that you could say about that. I certainly can't really put a whole lot into words without it really just, you know, just the thought of what the family is going through right now. And of course, I myself have experienced it countless times. Well, I guess I shouldn't say countless, but certainly feels that way, especially in recent years. Um, but really and truly, it's unfortunate. He was only 31 years old. And I say that being 43 myself. In fact, I'll be 43 and a half, interestingly enough, on the 28th. But all that being said, it's just crazy how that happens, and it's not even so much that it's something that affects the Broncos community and everything, because it wasn't all that long ago we lost DT, Demarius Thomas, and a lot of people ought to remember this one going back. It was actually New Year's Eve going into New Year's morning, I guess you could say, the stroke of 12 midnight on New Year's back in '07, where there was the tragic shooting of Darren Williams. I mean, it's like this literally isn't the first time we've had this happen, and it's really, really unfortunate. And it just really, really sucks to see that happen to so many people so young. I mean, just never mind all the other dynamics that you want to put into it, regardless of what they may be. But all the same, it's just yeah, it's just really, really hard to see, and in a lot of ways stomach, because it just seems to be happening so much, and it has been for so long. But I guess it just is what it is. It's a part of life. Ultimately, death is certainly the outcome, one way or the other, for us all. Just may we all get what we can out of life while we can, and I guess that's a huge reason for me to get back on the ball with posting this, along with a lot of others that I plan to be posting. And I'm just at that point now to where I'm just done wasting time. So again, I apologize for rambling. It's been kind of tricky for me the last few hours. Things certainly have been stressful, but I'm not going to bore y'all with any of those details. I just know that the way to counter that is that I'm just going to come through with the content, and that's really as simple as it gets. But again, condolences to the families of Franco Harris, Ronnie Hillman, and also want to extend it real quick to the family of Coach Mike Leach, who passed away last week. I believe 62 he was, 63. Really crazy how that happens, and it's just, again, a lot of people that are just passing in the most untimely ways, and certainly a lot sooner than what you would want to see. But anyways, let me know any thoughts you want to share. I know it's tough to want to ask for likes and subs on this one, so I'm not really going to do that, even though I kind of did there. But do that at your own leisure. It's not even about that right now. But thanks for being here. Stay tuned for more.